G'day everybody, welcome to Distant Date Night number 857, live coming out of Candelo, New South Wales in Australia. It's disco night tonight and I've got some special guests for you who I've met doing Global Music Match, which I could talk about a lot on here, and these are two members of the Aussie team. So ready? Here we go. Oh, hang on, one of them's... I'll load one at a time. I know, are you both there?
I'm here.
You're there, okay, ready?
There you go.
Introducing... Oh. Yay! Joseph, a.k.a. Musketeer, and Ernest Aines. Is it Aines? Do I say Aines?
That's right, Ernest of Aines. That's
okay,
right.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, nice to see you. That's cool.
Yeah, hello. Thanks
So
for having me.
Good to see you.
What I might do is I might just play a song to warm everybody up and wait for everybody to come into the room, and then I'll ask you questions. Okay?
Cool. Awesome.
Right. See you in a second. Okay. Just warm up number. I'll do one. It's called Braveheart. Oops. Hang on, ready, spaghetti. Braveheart, string in my bow. From me the river will flow. Sweet music for the one who has my love completely. Oh man, I could have known. All friends so like home. Strong as granite, soft as gold. He has my heart unveiling. We climb mountains of tears. We sighed in seas of fears. We drown in lakes of love, but naked it's forgiven. Love me, summer tonight, out where the moon is bright. Two songs sung in LA, breathe unconscious river. Braveheart, stringing my bow. From me the river will flow. Sweet music for the one who has my love completely safe. Stringing my bow. From me the river will flow. Sweet music for the one who has my love completely. Na 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 yeah.
That was amazing.
Ah, thank you. See, you know that I like doing these shows so that we get to play each other's songs and then go, oh, that's really good.
This is funny because that's when we were doing Global Music Match. This is the sort of thing that I kind of thought we'd be doing at some point. You know, is
Yeah.
playing music. But this is great. I'm so glad that we finally get to share live music with each other.
Yeah. That's it. It's funny because when you mention it, so we for everybody listening, we have weekly Aussie meetings amongst all the other meetings that we've been having for Global Music Match, and we chat about ideas and bounce off each other. And one of them that Ernest said last week was like, you know, I thought we'd have an open mic. And so like we did invite everybody, but it is true that it is probably easier with the three of us and then maybe three another time. But we could have battled each other, like my song You know?
Just have rivalries.
Yeah. Like a, what do you call it? Like
I'm
a
facing
song off.
Ernest Aines today.
Whoever gets booed the hardest must yield.
Oh
I
dear.
think we'd have to all be equal winners in that. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like no musician has ever booed another musician.
No. We'd all go like, yeah, it's true.
I feel like I've been booed before by another musician.
Really?
I don't know.
Were
Somewhere
they-
in my deep, dark memories, which I've put away.
I feel like you must have been supporting them or something and just showing them up before they could get on stage.
Yeah.
One of my friends is a musician, and he used to just heckle me. Just
Oh, right.
Yeah.
don't know why, just heckle me.
As
That's a good time. It's a good time.
And it was funny at first, but then it was just annoying.
as my mum would say, you know, at school the girls I had long blonde hair, and the girls would pull my hair, and that she'd say, you know, it's just because they're jealous, Melanie. So it's, you know what it is.
Yeah, they're just trying to get some for themselves.
Yeah, they're like, I wish I was you. Well, who wants to go first? Who would
can
like
go
to
if you
go
want.
next? Yeah,
I
okay.
don't mind. Yeah, I've just tuned my guitar, so
I've got to think what I have to play.
always good to keep it fresh.
So just
Okay,
for everybody, I'm in Candelo, and Ernest is in Melbourne. Are you?
I'm in Melbourne. Yep.
Yeah,
St Kilda
and-
East to be exact.
St Kilda East, perfect. And Joseph is in
Hamburg
Hamburg.
in
Nice.
Germany. So
Yeah.
it's sunny here. It's sun coming through the window.
Do
And I
you
have
feel,
coffee. I have coffee.
Joseph? Do you feel like you've become a hamburger?
That's such a deep and complex question. Let me dwell on it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play a song called Rivermouth, and this is my first ever song that I released. So I tend to play this one for the people who have followed me the longest. Yeah. So this is it's a bit of a story. It's a fairy tale that I wrote when I was 16, and it's about a naval officer who comes to a dock and meets a fish, and they create a bond and follow each other around the world. It's called Rivermouth. Light swimming down at the dock to fill the day, and I saw a fit young sailor walking my way. Said he joined the fleet to feel complete and become a real man. I can see in his eyes he was on the land. And when I used to breathe, I made bubbles on the surface. And when I used to look up, all the birds would make me nervous. So I will around sailing through the seven seas, and hopefully one day you'll sail to see me. And he said, hold on buddy, I'm coming to help you out. It's been a year and a day I'll sail through the river mouth. Well, I was swimming down a dark and lonely stream. I thought I saw your face in the shape of seaweed. And all the sitting ducks were just there to take a look, laughing when they realized I was caught on a hook. And he said, hold on buddy, I'm coming to help you out. It's been a year and a day I'll sail through the river mouth. Well, I promise you that I'll be there without delay. We'll soon be free of the confines, we'll sail into the bay. Well, I was struggling not to be reeled in, trying to swim while thrashing my fins, and all of a sudden realized I had to give in, and to my surprise it was him again. And he said, "Hey there buddy, I've come just to help you out. It's been the year and the day now, sailed through the river mouth. Well, I promised you that I'd be here without delay. Now we're free of the confines, we're sailing to the bay." Whoa.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Explosive applause.
Oh, sorry.
Lovely.
Are we too loud in your ears?
No, that's just, that boosted my confidence. The louder it is, the more confidence I gain. So.
Oh, that's beautiful. What a beautiful melody and everything too.
Yeah, I loved your
Thank you.
vocal runs at the end of some of those notes. When you
Thanks
was it
so much.
C? Yeah, that was really cool.
I've had a long time to work on the inflections, that's for sure.
It's way more complicated than the song I wrote at 16. Well, I mean, mine was... No, it's just a big old soppy thing.
What was your first song?
So I used to like I learnt classical guitar when I was little. So I do I'd write melodies and things, but I hadn't really written a
Like a song?
lyrical song. Until year 10, and I had a crush on the guitar player in my music class, and
I'll get
I
you
was like,
going.
oh my god, I know, I know, it's like this I never nothing ever happened. It was just this dream, and so I wrote a song based off and I didn't know, I wasn't sure how to write a song, but I pulled apart a Richard Marx song. It's like, okay, right, so there's this bit and this bit and this bit and this bit, and there's a solo, and then it comes back again. Okay, I can do it. And I wrote a song after pulling apart Right Here Waiting, I think it was.
That's amazing. I love when you're a kid, you just go, all right, so what, you glue in some lyrics here and then you do that and then you put them together. Okay,
I still
cool.
do that now, not even when I'm a kid.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Allows me to copy everyone else.
I mean, I have to admit that when I discovered Jeff Buckley, when I was when I discovered Jeff Buckley, it actually blew my mind, because I couldn't comprehend what the hell he was doing with the songs, because I was used to everything being in this, pop form, and suddenly to encounter things that just kept going. It took me so long. Don't laugh at it. It took me so long to get my head around these other parts, but it's funny though, isn't it?
I still can't get my head around Jeff Buckley and how he puts his songs together. I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Sounds so good there.
Yeah. He's the Bruce Lee of songwriting.
Yeah, it's like, how did you come up with that?
Yeah, how did you get so flexible?
Yeah. What are you gonna play for us, Joseph? Should I play Joseph, or should I say Musketeer? Because we don't want to.
Joe or Joseph,
Joseph?
Joey, baby,
Okay.
whatever. Just
Okay.
make whatever you feel comfortable. I'm gonna play you guys also an early song, like a really early song that I wrote when I was first kind of songwriting. I think I wrote this back in 2014, 13. No, 2012, 13. So, but I always play it busking, just because it sounds a bit like it's a plucky song and it's a bit passenger, and people somehow prick their ears up to it. So I'm gonna play you that song. It's
Cool.
kind of like it's just like verse, interlude, which is the same as the verse and then a verse. So it's not a terrible complex song, but I think
We
I'll
love
just
it.
play
We love simple songs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
Jeff Buckley spectrum, and then there's my.
Yeah,
And then
I
there's
love
Joe.
that. Yeah. You know, it's basically the song I just played is just verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, end. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's great. You can write songs with any sort of structure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't have a chorus in this at all. So when you're looking
Nice.
for the hook, it's not coming.
Folk style. Bring it back. All right. I'm going to put you on the
Right.
screen again.
Cool. And the song is about a sailor. It's called The Sailor's Song. Oh, well, love is long, said the sailor, on the shore by his ship so fair, waiting for time to repair her, so you can sail the seven seas once again. But he's been a standing there for years now, hoping that the rot would wash away. And it makes me think that that's not the truth, and that his heart is just empty and decay. So I approached him on this subject of word, but he just looked at me without a care and said that love is beyond all else, and I will stay here until my dying day. Hey, Thank you.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Fantastic.
How's the sound?
Oh, it's
Was the
very
sound
pretty.
okay?
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
I'm
nice.
super
It's very
impressed, actually. Yeah,
very
it's so
Awesome.
cool. You both, you figured it out. You figured it out. I'm still going here. You know, I'm back in 2019, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm
I
fine
think
with.
there's a few live sessions where I just had the earphones in or something. I'm just like, but no, I was like, no, we need to bring out the full deal.
Look.
It really works.
It must be good because Dad said it sounds good. There you go.
Awesome.
And Anthony's tuned
Oh,
in
hey.
there and said he's tuned in with there. It sounds beautiful. So
Beautiful.
cool. G'day Peter and Craig. There's a lot of comments won't show up here because it goes to 3 destinations. But we can write back to anybody whose comments are on the other bits later.
Awesome.
Cool. But yeah, it's okay to heckle us a little bit if you want to. It's okay. We'll let you.
We're strong.
Yeah.
Joseph's been through it, and
I've been through
it. Built a thick
It was-
skin, so let him have it.
Have you guys played at the Lasso Gallery in Newcastle?
No.
No,
Yeah.
is that known for hecklers?
It's on an empty night. It's a grim place to be as a singer-songwriter, and it was me on stage alone. Nobody came to the show, and just except my friend, and he just heckled me all night. Things have gotten better since then, but
I love when you go to a venue and you play to the mixer and the people working at the bar.
well, yeah, it's not. Well, yeah, all you can do is laugh. I mean, it's but
It's
I don't know if it's love.
it's funny. Neil just joined in then and said sounds good in Ireland as well. So they're listening in Ireland. And but I was thinking about when you were saying that. Then I remember like booking an album launch at a big venue in Dublin, and yeah, it was, and I paid my money for the venue, etc., and then one man came. but,
Oh, God.
but yeah, anyway, actually the story is too long to go into. I won't go into it. But
Sounds like-
and there was one guy came, and he actually was accidentally stuck in Dublin, and he was from Finland, and so it was like completely random. He'd seen the gig guide. He was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good," and listened to the music. Yeah, that's good. Bought his ticket and came. So it wasn't even like the support act's friend or anything like that. And she's like a Dubliner. It was so random and so weird. And then I went up. Then after the show would finish, I went up the road, and my other, famous friends were playing at a packed room up the street in where it was like the who's who of all of the Irish music scene was all at the other venue, and I snuck in the backstage and went into the after party, and they're like, so how was your show? And I was like, it was sold out, but then one of them was Glenn Hansen, and he's like, and I wasn't brave enough to say in front of him that it had bombed until later, and then I said, you know what? Actually, you stole my audience.
But at least they didn't get that one person who was stuck there from Finland.
Was stuck there from Finland. And how cool was it that he found it and then listened to it and then thought, this is good, I'm going to buy my ticket and come. And he actually wanted to he's like, are you sure you don't have to play the show? I'll just go. And I'm like, no, you got your ticket. You got to stay. So the support act played, and then I played my full show. And so when I did see Glenn later, he's like, but did you play the gig? Yes, I did. All right. It's more rock and roll to play the show, right? You got to play the show.
That's brave.
Yeah.
But they always say, all the old heads in music, you have to play to any crowd as if it's a full crowd. And so that's how you earn your stripes, is you got to play at least one gig where you don't play to anyone, or one person, which is probably even more scary. Well, it's more scary.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Having one person that you have to impress with laser, they're laser focused on you.
Well, I remember back in Sydney, that was so true one time playing, I don't know, the Three Weeds or something, some gig that I don't think it exists anymore, but there were 2 people in the audience. What was astonishing was one of them was a music manager and the other one gave me my residency. So I've only 2 people. There were 2 cracker people. So it's kind of funny that, never underestimate the 2 people that are in your crowd. Crowd.
One's a crowd. It's the new saying.
Anyway, I suppose I better sing a song. Sorry, I get a bit talky.
No worries.
I've been stuck in my house.
It's date night.
Date
Why
night,
they made
yeah.
these microphones, you know?
What am I going to sing for you? Okay, I know what I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing the first track from the New Graces. So it's one of my songs, and it's called "Let You Love Me." I'll play that. I think that's the key. Yeah. All right. See you in a second. Okay. Okay. Oh, they were giggling. I like putting my guitar across my body in a different way, but it's okay. Some men rush like a storm. Some men cold like the wind. But you, the gentlest of men, comes on like the rain, warm summer skin. And I'm gonna let you love me tonight. I'm gonna let you hold me, 'cause it feels right. I'm gonna let you want me night and day. I'm gonna let you love me always. We climb high in the valley, breath leaves clouds in the cold. I'm strong, this trust inside me. On the horizon, we hold the unknown. And I'm gonna let you love me tonight. I'm gonna let you hold me, 'cause it feels right. I'm gonna let you want me night and day. I'm gonna let you love me always. I'm gonna let you love me tonight. I'm gonna let you hold me, 'cause it feels right. I'm gonna let you want me night and day. I'm gonna let you love me always. I'm gonna let you love me always.
Woo, 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 woo.
That was amazing.
That
Ah,
was
thank you.
beautiful. That was gorgeous. You're such a lyricist.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was such a moving song.
It's funny, like talking about writing songs, like that one is so. You're talking about before Joseph, how you said the two song with really short song or simple song, but it still can take quite a while to pull it together. Like, like a lyric like "Let You Love Me," and then when I was writing the verse lyrics, I started to write things like, where you tried to pull them in, almost like where you tried to pull this character in, And it's like, well, hang on, that's not letting yourself, or like you had to work really hard to get the right words that really meant,
What you were trying
the
to
right
say.
words. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say. Like lots of songs say, come here, I want you, or gonna, pull them in, or chase them, or all these things. But to actually like say a word of space was quite hard.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's
Yeah.
writing the right lyric is such a nuanced thing
Yeah.
because you have to
Yeah.
fit it in a phrase and all that sort of thing. So sometimes you end up just kind of being vague and trying to paint more of a picture with words that don't make any grammatical sense. And like when
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
a mum like mine who is an English teacher, you feel guilty
Yeah.
in some ways. But
But yeah.
as long as you get the point across, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's funny because whenever I always say we have the right to just turn the sentence upside down, right? Because we're poets, we can do whatever we like.
That's it.
I always find that I'm just writing too much and getting too complicated with stories and the words,
Yeah,
and to be able to write something simple and to the point, it's so hard to do. Like especially when
yeah,
you're just like looking for like just that thing to say. But yeah, but I think you did it quite well, Melanie. It was beautiful.
thank you. I got complicated with that too. I had to like, undress the lyric right down to just the simplest thing. So it was funny. Took a lot off. Thank you. Well, you're next, Ernest.
Yep, it's me, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sing us a song.
I'll sing you a song. And this one I've actually been working on over the last few days because after Global Music Match, I got back to working on my album. So this is the next single off that. It's called Yellowstone.
Cool.
And I'm going to place my mic over here. I should also introduce this by saying I got this song from a David Attenborough documentary that I watched, and it was about Yellowstone, and I really highly recommend you watch that said documentary. It's called Yellowstone as well. Where the snow-capped mountains go down to the river below, salmon swim in fields that gleam, perfect shadow up here at Yellowstone. Let's take our seat at Yellowstone. Cliffs are good and boulders roll, constant rainbows, images sent from above. God showed his love up here at Yellowstone. Let's take our leave from Yellowstone. Home
Somebody save me. Don't wanna go now. Just as a watch flows, I can be fine. And jealous from the depths of creation, turmoil grows. Cold as ice while seething below. Sometimes my heart is life, as you know. Up here at Yellowstone, sacredly from Yellowstone. Oh, yeah. Somebody save me. Don't wanna go now. Oh, just as I once was lost, I be. And Yellowstone.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yay!
that was fucking awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I actually started clapping. I was like just sitting there clapping, and then I went, "Oh, I've got to turn everybody back on again."
Fantastic. Well, I couldn't hear it this time, but did it sound better that time with the mic a little bit further away?
I think for your vocal, yeah.
Yeah,
But the
cool.
guitar was maybe a bit cutting in and out a bit, but I think it was fun.
Good to know. Good to know. We're getting the hang of this, people out there.
Yeah.
But
They're both nice and clear anyway. You can hear you clearly. So
that's great. That I've been making a music video for that song, and it's so cool because I think Georgia State Line, who was in Global Music Match with us, actually started this whole trend in our group of kind of getting in and getting on stock footage. And so I've gone and ransacked the internet for all this stock footage of all of the animals there, and it's pretty astounding how, like, just the variety. Like, there's bears, there's foxes, there's stoats, there's like beavers and ox and just all of the animals of the world seem to have some form of species that lives in Yellowstone. It's pretty incredible. Seeing it's such a
mad.
hostile place as well. Like, it's, I think, 60 below in winter and then very hot in summer. So nature is incredible.
Can I ask you a question about your picking pattern, Ernest? Well,
please.
Because you need to teach me a thing or two, but we can do that post-COVID. But did you change the picking pattern right there at the end? Like, were you muting? Or was that just the sound?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, just a little bit of that. But
that was cool.
I often change it up just for dramatic effect.
Okay.
But
dramatic
I love a
achieved.
bit of... Good to know. Yeah, it's just, palm muting stuff is really cool. I love playing, old school sort of Travis picking stuff with that. It's just palm muting just gives so much character.
Yeah. And are you in standard there, or
I am.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, but I used to play a lot of like old school, old timey standards.
Yeah.
So like you'd have the. So you've always got that like little bass, bass mute going on. Yeah. But yeah, let's catch up for a beer and have, on the other side of the world, and we'll do a picking lesson.
and you can show me how to songwrite more.
I think you've got it down.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've nothing to
I'm.
teach you, Ernest.
You
We're
just have
both
to go for a.
sponges.
Imagine just going for a busk, man. Like, how much fun would it be just like all busk?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause-
gonna introduce everyone that I met from Global Music Match to the Hamburg police. They're gonna love you guys.
the most frequent visitors to the busking spot.
What do you got for us, Joseph?
I'm gonna sing a song from my last EP. It's called The North Sea, and it's about a this character goes onto a fishing trawler and is hunting mythical creatures. So yeah, that's what the song's about. I guess it's a metaphor for human destruction, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah, so I'm gonna sing that song. It's called The North Sea. And Hamburg's right next to the North Sea, so.
I love the sea inspired. By the way, we've had.
Oh,
You love the sea. Say again, Ernest?
I love the sea inspired songs. We've already had 3.
Oh, that's true.
oh,
Yeah. We've got it going on.
The next one I'll do something non-sea, I think.
now you're gonna make me do.
My next one's about Poseidon, so
Ha! I know where I'm going next. Then, all right, cool.
Sea theme it is.
Um,
I don't want to move this down slightly. The morning is still and quiet. Wait 1 second. Ta-ta-ta. That's a little bit too much. I forgot to add the reverb. The morning is still and quiet. The morning is still and blue. The morning is a peaceful tide. Take a breath and let it drift for you. Across the northernmost seas. But I still hold my breath at night. I still hold the warm breath in my lungs. For I've hauled my captain's net up high. I've hauled you up by the hairs of your head. Across the northernmost seas. Oh, oh, and deep below there comes a winnow. Yes, and deep below, an ancient and a weary groan. It stirs up the worms, oh the worms on the deep sea bed. Oh, the deep sea bed.
Well, I was on my knees, alright. I was on my colored callous knees. When they took you to the warm and light, they took you to the bullhooks to let you bleed. Across the northernmost seas. Oh, and deep below there comes a winter. Yes, and deep below, an ancient and a weary groan. It stirs up the worms on the deep sea bed. Oh, the deep sea bed. Thank you. My voice is a little bit croaky.
That was beautiful.
Cheers.
Fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
The croakiness
Yeah.
helps.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tom Waits.
I was actually thinking in my head. I was like, oh, I've gone full smoky bar on
Full pack a
this
day.
song.
Come on, you've got to be down like, you're in Hamburg. Surely you've been like partying till,
I was at
dawn?
my friend's birthday last night. But there's not really parties at the moment because it's like very chill. And I did drink some wine last night. I wasn't smoking, but everybody else in the room was.
Oh,
So
yes.
I got up this morning. I was like, "Oh, I smell like a, like a cigarette, pack of cigarettes."
Oh, we've lost Ernest. He dropped
Where did
out.
he go? Oh no!
Oh, he'll hop back in again. It's cool. That's whether it's cigarette smoke or a fire. Like even if I go outside and cook my dinner on the fire, that thing when you come in and you've got and you hang up your jacket, and you're like, oh, that's a bit. It's a bit much. You wake up in the morning and it's a bit much.
I think like if it's like a fireplace, like that sort of smokiness is kind of okay, but like the tobacco-y smoke and it's just like not good. So
the next day it's like sour, the sour smell of a party. But I think I was thinking when I went to Hamburg. I remember going to Hamburg once, like I've been a few times, but I remember the first time I went, my friend Clarence Baccaro, who's like a gorgeous songwriter from the States, he was playing there. I was in the Netherlands. He was playing there, so I went over and watched this gig. And then we went and watched some gig. Damn it, like, she was the coolest of the cool at that particular point, and her gig was on the like on the strip. On
the Riverbarn.
And I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember her name, which is terrible. But she's just the coolest indie chick possible at that particular point in time. And we watched the show, and then they encored her like 15 times.
What?
Yeah. So I was like,
times.
these Germans are really enthusiastic.
Yeah,
I know.
They do love music.
The look, Ernest is back. Oh, he moved to a new location. I see. Hello, Ernest.
Hello, I'm back. Yeah, my phone decided to shut me off.
You changed scenery.
That's it. I'm more red now.
It's almost like
decided to.
a costume change.
Yeah.
but like a screen change.
Like a Beyonce style,
Yeah.
sort of intermission.
We should all in our breaks we should all just like go off and then come back in a different outfit or something.
I'm wearing my coat. I'm wearing my coat today, and it's like in the morning. So
Yeah.
That's
I don't know
a
what I'm
lot
saying. I don't know where
fancier,
I'm going with that.
a lot more than I expected.
That's
I
your
can-
party
I can
coat,
take
is
it
it?
off. Yeah, this is my date night coat.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. Even though it's morning, I was trying to make the joke, but it wasn't really working because
Yeah.
the I guess the red wine from last night.
So here we go. Anthony's chucked in there the sour smell of a party. Joel's hopped in there and said, "Looking good, Joseph." There
Thanks,
you go.
Joel.
Good to see Joel here as well.
Yay! Well, I was harassing Team Australia. Come on, look, Eccles.
Maybe we can harass them now. I'm gonna put a little post in the chat.
Oh, yeah, you do that. I thought because you sang the song North Sea, I might actually sing my song, which is called North Sea, but doesn't mention the sea as much. It doesn't. I don't know. I have no idea why I call it North Sea, but anyway, it's thematically going to continue with the ocean theme that we've been going on. So how about that? Cool?
That sounds
Right.
great.
Okay, see you in a second. What's that? Alright, take these off. Oh no. There's nothing demanding in this weather. The drip, drip, drip off the caravan roof. The candlelight and grey skies are twins in affection. And the oak paths on my lap. There's no need for reading, just hands on the cover. Dances inside, reviewing November. Watercolor CD on last year's calendar. The pleasure of thoughts rolling in. The North Seas I see, dark blue, white-tipped, deep water, ancient. I lit the candles at the corner of sunset. The leaves in the west protect me from glare. It's just a ghost sky between high-fives and dusk, where summer is taking a rest. I tuck myself down under covers. The patterns of roses remind me of home. Won't wish for anything other. My sleep is relieving and calm. Pacific is warm, renewed, volcanic, clear water, cradle. The answer is caught in currents and oceans. They collide and reveal true nature. But at night of every day, the darkest corners, my savior.
Woo, 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 woo.
Awesome.
That was beautiful.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
What was
We're
that
in the
line?
sea.
What was the line again about the sea? Can you
I,
repeat that for me
about the North Sea,
Yeah, just that
or
little
about
line that you wrote about the North Sea.
um. Oh no, it won't come out because it's in the it's in the
all good.
pattern. But the Pacific. I've got the Pacific one, but I haven't got the other one. It's stuck. I'll think of it later.
Okay.
But the Pacific is warm, warm, renewed, volcanic, clear water, ancient. But
I love that line.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Clear water from the volcano, which is
Yeah,
a real
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. So like
sell it
the
in the
deep,
shop.
the deep and the old of the North Sea, and then the sort of new and the birth of the Pacific. So I'll remember that first part after.
It also sounded a little bit Damien Rice-ish.
Ah,
Kind
cool.
of. I don't know which song it is that of his, but I've just recently been listening back to some of those albums, and
Yeah,
I got those sort of vibes as well, which is really
yeah.
cool.
I love those records. But we were somebody, my friend Rod Pike had put up a post, because we've all been hanging on Facebook, saying, what record would you say is your number one record for the past 20 years? As in, what have you listened to the most for the past 20 years? And I was thinking of all the cool things I could possibly say. I was going to say Heath Cullen's record, or I probably could have said, I could have said actually Damien Rice record probably. But if I'm truly honest, 100% honest, it's actually the best of the Boys to Men. And I can't, let's say, like, you go, really, 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 the thing that you would play.
That is very honest.
Yeah, like the best of Boys to Men. You can't
Which
even
is
Google
guess
that.
it.
Fantastic.
But, yeah.
Let's be honest.
So like you can think of like all the
It's
coolest
not
things you could
cool.
possibly say, but seriously, if you're really, really, sad or what was your quote today, Joseph, about the sad songs? Sad
Bangers. We're
the
gonna play
sad bangers.
some sad bangers.
So, the best sad bangers in the universe are like, track 9 to 13 on the Best of Boys to Men record. So, anyway.
Okay, I had to go and Google it. I think I have heard of them before, and I probably know the songs.
Heard of them?
I have a big gap in my musical knowledge from when I was young because my parents didn't
We're cool.
really expose me. Well, no, we didn't listen to much music, so and
Everyone is dumbfounded.
There's like yeah.
I'll send you my favorite
Yeah.
one just because, like,
Okay.
it's like, I just remember playing track 13. I think it was on repeat in my car at Manly Beach, crying. But when you do it like on purpose because it feels good. Like,
Yeah, you're trying to really squeeze it out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
like singing and you're crying and you're singing and you play it again and you cry.
That's so funny. Well, it's definitely not cool. I mean, it probably is cooler these days, actually. They're
It'll
kind
be-
of,
It will
coming
be
back
cool
around.
at some point. It will at some point or other. But I mean, you can't argue with a cracker song, right? You can't.
Absolutely not.
Nor can-
I was listening to Lorde today. Do you guys know Lorde?
Yeah.
And she's basically gone back to the days of the late 90s. That's what people are crafting their music to be now. Which, who thought that anyone back in the late 90s, who would have thought, you know what, this is going to come back. this whole thing is going to be popular in about 20 years.
What was I listening to? Oh, today I was listening to this, like a singer called Mario, and I'm like, what? How do I know this song? And like, when was that from? And it's late 90s soul pop, and so good.
There was some pretty incredible R&B singers back then. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Craig David,
Yeah.
Marion, another great
Yeah.
R&B singer.
Yeah.
You know, who's that guy? And I'm so sick of love songs, so tired of tears, and I'm so done with thinking. Something. Anyway,
Yeah.
I like those guys. They, you know,
Yeah.
they brought smiles, and the thing was, back then, you could get away with singing the most sappy melody in the most serious way about the stupidest thing you could ever think of, like people wearing thongs on the beach, and it could be
Yes.
it could be a serious, deep sounding song.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
go
so
forth. Sing us something. Sing us something. You know. Well, you don't,
I'll
you don't
sing
have
you
to
something.
Sing us
Give us your best 90s hit.
You know what? I used to, because I busk as well. I've been busking in Melbourne for a while, and I learnt this song for a friend of mine who said, I think he dared me to try to sing it, but it was like, yeah, that's right. Informer, you know me, daddy miss told me I go blam. Lickety bum bum down. To take them on the streets, daddy miss told me that's a party down the lane. Oh, lickety bum bum down. Informer, you know me, daddy miss told me I go blam. Oh, lickety bum bum down. Take them on the streets, daddy miss told me that's a party down the lane. Lickety bum bum down. Police them come and blow down on me door. Some come crawling up into my window. So they took me in the back of the car at the station. From that point on, me reached my destination. When that destination reached, it was the East Detention. And put down me pants and go be bottom. So Informer, you know me, daddy told me I go plan. Anyway, that was the song he dared me to learn how to sing. But I'm gonna stay on this C.
I love that one.
It's a great one, yeah. Very
Yeah.
quirky. But I'm gonna sing another song, original song that's more about the sea. Again, just keeping on the theme. And it's a song that I wrote kind of based around Pinocchio. But I took that story, that fable, and flipped it and did my own thing with it. So yeah, this one is called Real Boy, and I hope I'm not too loud. I can turn down.
No, you're right. You're good.
I'm okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this one's called Real Boy.
Last discovered when I was a boy, an old man was trying to carve himself a toy. When I was young, I thought I could feel. Everyone looked at me and said I wasn't real. Made a decision, it didn't take me long. Without your permission, said sail for the sun. You know I never lied, even though I tried, No one ever lied, cause I know it's right. No one ever lied, even though I tried, No one ever lied, cause I know it's right. You hear me calling for you, calling in the night, looking at the street signs on a getaway flight. You know I'm running, you know I'm riding high, and into the ocean is where I'm gonna dive. You were cold, but I was smart, and now we came bursting from a whale's heart. You know I never lied, even though I tried, You know I never lied, cause I know it's right. You know I never lied, even though I tried, You know I never lied, cause I know it's right. I know it's right. And you know this, when I wanted food,
did you choose? For you, and I'll always be there. And yeah, we'll admit when I was gone, I was a bit scared. You carried a piece of wood you thought to make a toy. But from your love escaping, you made a real boy. You know I never lied, even though I tried, No, I never lied, 'cause I know it's right. No, I never lied, even though I tried. Though I tried, you know I never lied, 'cause I know it's right.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oops.
So that one, I haven't played that one in 10
Beautiful.
years, I don't think.
Goodness gracious.
Very long time ago.
Yeah, pretty. It's beautiful.
Lovely.
It's fun.
How long have you guys been like songwriting for? Like I kind of started when like maybe when I was 18, 19. I feel like I'm pretty late into the
I don't know about you, Mel. I started pretty young. My dad is a songwriter, and so I kind of got an early start on influence. And thank you, Craig. Thanks very much. And yeah, when I was about 14, I think I wrote my first song, and it was pretty lame. It was about the lamest song you could ever write. I can play you a little bit of that just to show you how lame exactly it was. I pick up a piece of paper. Oh wait, that's not my other song. No, sorry, it's very similar to this other song. That's right, okay. Oh, you know what? I've just completely forgotten it. I just started playing two completely different songs.
I'm just surprised that you actually remember what you wrote all those years ago.
Well, it turns out I don't. But I am going to remember that. I'm going to remember that so I can play it for my next slot.
Yeah.
Gonna have to dig back in the vault.
When you so I wrote that one song, you know, for the guitarist I had a crush on in year 10, and then I didn't write anything at all until like 20 something, I think. When I entered a song competition, and you had to enter 2 songs, not just one, and I only had the one song, so I quickly wrote a second song on the day and got it in at 3:30 on time to Warringah Council.
Nice.
To enter the competition, and then I won a spot on a CD, and next thing you know, I was like, oh well, I think I'm
This
a
is my
songwriter.
job.
I only had 2 songs.
That's
It was
all you
like
need
that.
sometimes. Some people
Yeah,
make
but-
their whole career off one.
Yeah. And that's that thing too, that, you know, when you first write songs, or I used to maybe worry about it more before I know that you can write more songs, but I used to kind of hold on to one and kind of want to, you know, do the best job for that particular song, afraid that no more will come out of me ever again. No, but no, it's okay.
I get that feeling. I get that feeling when you're like, maybe if I don't finish it, I'm just going to move on to the next song.
Yeah.
And never come back.
Yeah. The idea that you could maybe stop writing, but I think it's okay. Like, and also we're allowed to record a song and then record it again and then also record it again as many times as we like in our existence. We can just keep changing the sound of it, and you don't have to worry. It's okay.
I actually love that cover. Is it called a cover when you do it, a song of your own much later in life? Because it kind of seems like that sometimes. I know Joni Mitchell did that, a cover of I've seen the clouds from both sides now.
Yeah, both sides now.
Yeah. And it really felt like she kind of almost made the first recording that she ever did a cover, because it makes a lot more sense her in her older years singing that song.
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny. Yeah, yeah, both work, but it's wonderful to hear her sing it older.
It's so
So
different. Her voice really deepened and became
yeah, and
such a different thing. Yeah.
and you can hear everything ticking away. You can hear the mind ticking away in a voice. Anyway, yeah,
That's no, that I think that's a really cool topic of conversation actually, because there's you really hear people's experiences through their voice, and it's something that I've always kind of thought about. Like, you can hear people's actual life through the waves that come out of their mouth. It's pretty incredible,
yeah. It's
and it changes over
like
time. Yeah.
yeah, and it also just like we talk about playing a song, we play it again and we play it again. We might take it on tour and we play it several times. But I don't know how anybody else feels, but I have a tendency to the energy of my day will come out in the way I sing the song. I don't try to recapture how I wrote it. I'm not way back there in the story tell over there. I am right where I am, and so that energy and the subtleties in the vocals will tell the story of that person that day.
Yeah, I'm always
So
surprised that there's some people who play the song like completely exactly. I'm just like, how do you just like, how are you so
How
well
are you
trained just
You're
to
like a
like,
factory. Yeah, you
yeah.
can just put it out exactly how it was on the record or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's
I do it like quite similar to the way I may have recorded it, but the tone of the voice is going to be different each time. Like just the tiniest subtlety of something that I know that it's a different story. Like you said. Yeah. Anyway.
it's interesting because when I sing a song, I almost get transported back to that exact time that I wrote it,
Oh, okay.
which is completely opposite, So it taps into this strange emotional memory that I have, which I feel like for me is deep it's a deep like time warp. It kind of, you can just, as soon as I start playing the notes, I'm like, oh, this just happened. And it's
Yeah.
really strange. It's really, because I get emotional at my emotional songs still. And to the point where sometimes I'm not very good at playing them because I'm like half sobbing like, towards the middle of the song or something to recompose myself.
Yeah. Oh, I like we talked. I think I talked to my friend last week about yeah, crying in the middle of songs. Like I definitely can't go back to those places because I definitely will cry if I end up back there. It's like you gotta. For me, I had to like change, but then also like maybe the meanings behind the words have evolved to travel along with me now into different corners, and so that's kind of nice if those songs can go there. So yeah.
It's great when they can sort of form into something else, transition into a new meaning for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that with a few things. Like, I think I'll play one song today where it just has one meaning, and the story is completely, it's kind of detached from myself, and only because it's like a folky storytelling song. But like, I played that particular song so much through traveling that it just became like, it's like a collection of like all those travel memories where I've played that song and where I've done it, and every time I
Like a
play it,
collage.
yeah, and it's so, but like the song text is like completely detached from, not completely detached from the experience, but like it's just, there's still it's still like it's more of a metaphor now than when I first wrote it. I was like, oh, I just want to tell this story. And now when I play, I'm just like, oh, all this stuff has happened as I played this song through wherever I've been. And yeah, it's weird how, yeah, what you're saying, what you guys were both saying, that it's like that transformation of the song is so fascinating.
Yeah.
So we've got someone who, can take their day into the song. We've got someone who is transported back to when they wrote it, and then we've got the person who gathers, transitional emotions and links them to the song. By the time you've finished it, you've got like all these past experiences that have joined the party, sort of thing.
We're a full songwriting team.
We've run the gamut.
What's the band called, guys?
That's what I was like, that's a good band, eh? Well, do you want to sing us a song, Joseph? Joe?
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
I've called you.
You can call me Joseph.
Joey Baby.
Joey Baby.
Yeah,
Let's just
Joey
stick with
Baby.
Joey
All right,
Baby.
Joey Baby is
like
good.
that.
All right, I'll go with there. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing a it's a kind of a folky. I wrote this song based on a photograph I saw in my research looking for songs, and this photograph is of these three German farmers who are dressed up in really nice coats, and they're in these really nice coats, and it's in a field, and it was taken in 1914 maybe, just before World War One. And I read up. I can't even speak properly, but I read about their story and what happened after that photograph was taken, and they ended up going to war, and I think 2 of them died, maybe 1 of them survived. But yeah, it's like there's another photograph where they're just all lined up in their army uniform, and it's really sad. It's a sad song. But
Sad banger.
a sad banger. Yeah. It's called Three Farmers on Their Way to a Dance. And Ernest, I get to show off my picking skills now. One second. All right. Oh boy. Ernest, you were talking about drama beforehand, and this is how I create drama. Just tune. Brand new black shoes, walking across the muddy fields of the Eastern Rhine. 3 fresh-faced fools, a half-burned cigarette in the corner of a mouth. Off to the old village square, where the young folk are dancing, the violins are howling, wrapped in each other's arms. Left foot, right foot, left foot and the right again. Left foot, right foot, left foot and the right again. Brand new cotton tie, wrapped around 3 clean-shaven necks. off to see the sweet village girls just beyond the long white blazing sky. Off to the small village square where the young folk at dance and the violins are howling, wrapped in each other's arms. Left foot, right foot, left foot and the right again. Left foot and a right foot, left foot and the right again. Well, load 'em onto the train. Here's your corn in a tin, it's off to the trenches. Load them onto the trays. Here's your corn in a tin, it's off to the trenches now. Load them onto the trays. Here's your corn in a tin, it's off to the trenches now. Load them onto the trays. Here's your corn in a tin, it's off to the trenches now. Oh, load them onto the tray. Here's your corn in a tin, it's off to the trenches now. Left foot, right foot, foot and the right again. Left foot and right foot, left foot and right again. Thank you.
Woo!
Wow.
Cheers.
You're right. That was sad but poignant.
Thank you.
Yeah, those stories. It's incredible to me how not only the First World War, the Second World War is just, they're filled with these unique stories that we keep digging into, and we keep producing just spellbinding stories of human persistence and human strength,
Yeah.
and also the sadness of it. But coming around to the pandemic stuff, I feel like we're having another kind of world test, world challenge, that we're all kind of trying to rise above. And I feel like there's going to be stories that come out of this for years and years and years to come, of people's strength and endurance through this time. So
Just in people will just be doing really sad short TikTok videos of pandemic tragedy.
and people will be redoing them in
Yeah.
40 years.
Sorry. You're saying something really serious, Ernest.
Oh man.
Oh man, and also like I have to admit that okay, so we see photos of people in the past, the one that you're talking about that you wrote from, but if we see photos of people from right now, it's like Instagram photos are like often lots of pictures of ladies putting on like 800 liters of foundation and painting their faces until they end up with like fake cheekbones. I'm like, what's going to happen when you leave the house? Like, you can't actually go out like that because it looks good on camera, but it's never going to work if you go to the cafe. So, but just that funny
Like
thing
you said,
of,
you're going to be, someone's going to come in and go, oh, yeah, I'll have that cake. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a person.
It's a person. I was looking at it going, how can you sculpt with like, you can't sculpt like that. It's not gonna, it'll look good on camera and it's never gonna work on a date. On a date night, no. Anyway, and just the other photos and things, like thinking of what kind of photos people would see in 20 years from now of us all.
Yeah, well, they'll all be like, oh, these dusty old things, and I'll be like, they didn't have 3D avatars sculpted of them, like.
Thank you, also Anthony. Thank you. As well. Sorry, that's just some comments.
Oh no, sorry, I'm a bit dopey. And talking about pandemic, I had my second poke today, so
Nice.
Oh, congrats.
I'm perfectly fine, but just got a little dopey, and so that's all. Yeah,
That's good.
I've tried, there's no really good internet coming out of me, because otherwise it would you'd have a better stream, right?
It's the microchip blocking the internet stream.
I was like, oh, surely I'm going to get 5G out of this. Come on, regional 5G just from me. But I think I was going to play a new song. I just wrote 2 songs this week. I actually wrote 3 songs this week.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I haven't for quite a while, but the first one, which I won't play now, I'll play next, sort of lit up my brain, and so then the next day I was talking to one of my mates in Ireland, and he was telling me about an old friend, and I just sort of thought, what key do you play? It's a whistle player from Kern. Like, I was like, what key can you play in? D and G. Okay, right. Let me write a song. I'll write a song for that you can play along to about old friends. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a very good song, but rather just it's kind of exciting to have actually written a song after quite a bit of a break. So, should I play it? I'll play it.
Yes, please.
Cool.
Okay.
Also, how do you write 3 songs in a week? That's what I want to know.
Well, no, it's two songs and a bit. The next one I've got 2 more days of the week left to have a go. But yeah, the first
very
one.
impressive.
Whole album in
Bob
one week.
Dylan-esque.
Yeah, well, no, the first one came. Well, no, they're not very fancy songs. I mean, they're not. They're like the next one I play, which was the first one, is quite short and straight to the point, and it's not anything like anything I normally write. So it's kind of funny, but when a song arrives and starts to come out of your body, you've just got to let it go, and it's got to be what it is. So I'll play you this one. It's a little bit of a
Go for it,
kind
Mel.
of a rolly thing. Anyway, it's got no C in it, but the next one does have the C in it. Okay. All right. Debut. Trying to play this song. Okay. My friends sit beside me, even when you're sad. My friend, tell me something, even when it's bad. We can go home, maybe we'll roam, kicking up the sand, walk the back streets, back to your room. You pretend that I water lily. By the door I'm waiting for you to arrive. My friend, what's been happening while you've been outside? And you can grab me, spin me around, tell me about your day. I like your voice, I like your smile. You pretend that I'm your water lily. It's been many years since you held me closely. Back when we were kids, me your one and only. Good to see your face. Sorry. See your smiling eyes. Talk to me. Oh dear. Talk to me and take me back in time. My friends sit beside me, even when you're sad. My friend, tell me something, even if it's bad. And we can go home, maybe we'll roam, kicking up the sand, walk the back streets back to your room. I'll pretend that I'm your water lily. Very youth.
Looking back, some youthful
Yeah.
memories.
Yes, remember it's kind of funny because, like, you know, you kind of limit yourself and say, "Oh no, I don't want to talk about that," or "I don't need to go there." But it's if a song starts, then you've got to let it finish itself, and don't try and turn it into something cool or something until it's all moved past itself. Now I can go back and I can do stuff to it, but you need to let it dry before you start to change it.
Oh,
Are
we
you
can't
there?
hear
Are
you.
you-
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, that reminds me of the Paul McCartney thing of scrambled eggs, you know, and yesterday.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh, really?
both
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah,
story?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
He-
know, like he acted all cool, and he was, you know, trying to hide the fact that he'd written a very sad, deep song, and you know, like you can't be cool when you are trying to be an honest songwriter.
yeah.
You know, you can't taint it with the deceit of coolness in a
Yeah,
way.
it's
You know.
like every time you try and like operate in the middle of a flow. I mean, it sounds so hippie. I'm my flow, but like you know, um, it, I actually you know I talk to my daughters about this when they're drawing or making something. I'm like, you just got to write the first page out, and you're not allowed to edit, and you're not allowed to rub out or anything. You have to get it out, and it's interesting watching someone else do it and watching them also freeze if they start to edit. Like as soon as you start to edit or question yourself, then you're buggered. You've stuffed it. You got to let it come out first, and then
it's always
change it
interesting
later.
that experiment. I've done that with people in the past, and some people completely can't even write a word, like a single word, to start the page, and I've come over and gone, you know, are you okay? Is there something going on? And they're just like, I'm just afraid it's going to sound dumb.
Yeah.
And I said, that's the whole point. You know,
Yeah.
if you can become fine with you writing something completely dumb, then you've overcome yourself. Like that's the whole challenge.
Yeah, like and if I'd stopped at the start and thought, oh, my friend, oh, that sounds a bit dorky or something like that, you know, what is that? And I did feel these kind of things, but like then you would have they wouldn't have been a song. You would have just written 2 lines and gone and cooked dinner or something.
Oh, this is turning out lame. I'm just gonna maybe go and water my garden.
Yeah, and then you've lost it forever. It's gone into the abyss.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna play, I think, one more song. I've got to pack my house to move tomorrow, so.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I also have to
Thank-
go busking, so yeah, but
Oh yeah, I forget it's daytime there.
sorry.
I'm gonna just play one more song.
That's great.
But thanks so much for having me, Mel. It's been heaps of fun and very revealing of your actual artistry. So yeah, thanks for sharing your music with me.
No, thanks for coming.
My pleasure. So this one I wrote when I was in Tassie, and I had a friend's sunroom that he let out to me for 2 weeks. And I was kind of there just to recoup from a relationship that was going south. And I wrote this song to make myself feel a lot better. And I tell you what, it's like we were talking about with the time capsule thing. Like, it really does make me feel a lot better. It makes me feel exactly how I did when I wrote it. So, I'm glad I have that sort of intact. But yeah, it's called You're a Garden. I'm just going to turn this down a bit. Life has been a perfect light afloat, a gentle wave upon you. Never have I felt an ease of pace in places once more scared. You're a garden safe now, haunted by my fears. No one is calling me because we're already full of love. God, the Holy Ghost, that pushed and pulled my mind. Within my state, within my eyes.
And by the end of time, I'm floating only gently on the wind. Take the only troubled soul trodden by the open end of sin. Your forgotten taste, if it could make this old man cry, you have holding me because already holding up by the only thought knocking on my door is you're a star, you are my light.
Woo!
That was super lovely.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thank you.
So nice.
What are you doing the jangly? What's the jangly bit?
What
It's
was
just
it,
the guitar doing a
the bottom?
Which bit?
Yeah. The chunk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
It's
like
it. It's
bling.
bang, bang. It sounded like bells were attached to your guitar. They were ringing out. But it's just your guitar, but it's very beautiful.
Yeah, I kind of talked to you guys just before we got on to the screen, and I was telling you about the maker of this guitar, and he's a guy. He goes by the name of Ian Yates, and he's from Melbourne. He's a bikie, believe it or not. He's like a very rough, bikie skinhead guy, and he makes guitars for fun. It's not a baritone, but it's a very big guitar. I tell you what, the butt on this thing, it's like Nicki Minaj. But it's been built for himself to play, and I kept asking him relentlessly, "Do you mind if I just borrow that for recording? Do you mind if I borrow that for recording?" And eventually, he just went, "Bloody have the guitar, mate!" Like, and he was just sick of me asking to borrow it. So, he's made about 140 guitars, and this one was I'd played all of them, and this one really sings. And like you said, it's got that quality of just having bells, in the tone. And funnily enough, the guy that produced it actually pulled those harmonics out more in the recording. So we have this kind of full instrument separate from the guitar, which is its own harmonics, and it really works well in the songs, like swells in and out, and it really added a lot to the sound of the recording. So
Mad.
Ian Yates, if you want to get onto him,
Ian
he's probably, actually just message me.
Okay.
I can let you know.
Yeah, cool. Beautiful. I reckon we'll just do one more song, Joseph, and then we'll close the night off.
Sweet.
And thanks. I forgot the fact that there's three of us means that five each is quite a long time, especially with this lovely little gossips that we are.
We're so used to chatting every week. That's why.
Yeah.
We need to do this more often.
And also, it's like you know, you in we're in lockdown and different stages of lockdown and stuff like that. And I got so excited talking to a human the other day that I actually gave myself heart palpitations and had to go home and lay down because I couldn't handle. I gave myself a sugar high just talking to a person, and had to run and hide and lay down. So it's
That's where
nice.
we've gotten to. It's like, oh no, real humanity. Quickly adjust.
Oh no, it's like he was so beautiful and excited. I was just so excited. It all came out of my mouth, and then I thought, oh God, I said it all. I said everything, and then I thought, I don't know what to do now. My brain went into a fog, and then I had to just go into hide at home.
I feel that. I felt that even before COVID hit. So I'm glad to know other people feel that as well.
Actually, I do feel that quite often, especially if I've got like been minding my girls, and like so I'm talking to my girls all the time, and then I go and like they go on school holidays, so I might have like a week where I just go and talk to grown-ups, and I apologize every day for that first week, just like I'm sorry, I'm not used to talking to grown-ups because I get so excited that I say all this stuff. I'm so unco.
I love, Mel, your energy is just like that of someone who's just gotten to primary school and is like, meeting people for the first time. I love that.
Yeah.
There's other parents around.
There's other people, like grown-ups. What's with that? Yeah, anyway. That's why I love touring. You go on tour and you get to sit at a bar and then talk to somebody and, I don't know, just those lovely conversations before and after a show are just so brilliant. And sleeping on people's couches and then they, make you a cool breakfast, their specialty of some sort or other. And I miss all of those brilliant things, So I just make wheat bix really and porridge and so sometimes a croissant. I'll stop.
I try to blow people away when they come here with my breakfast in the morning. I'm just like bringing everything on the table, poaching eggs, like all this stuff. Anyway.
So can I borrow that couch then? Is that okay?
We actually have a mattress. You can actually sleep. You don't have to sleep on the couch at my place. You can have a whole mattress on the floor.
Ooh,
so you can stretch out. You guys can stretch out.
Really rolling out the luxury.
One time, we had the whole floor. You can't see the apartment now, but it's like there's a little living room space here. But we had the whole floor covered in mattresses because there was like 6 people sleeping in this one room at one stage. And
awesome.
and now sometimes because of Corona, people, I think somebody stayed one time. It was just like, oh, one person. There's so many people in the house. It's just one person. Like beforehand, actually, we've had many people. It's just like throws you. But yeah, come and visit. Should I just sing the?
Yeah, how are you gonna close the night for us, Joseph?
I'm gonna sing you that that song I was talking about before that I wrote a while ago and played it everywhere on every street. And at the end, I usually scream it out to people because sometimes I'm just frustrated if somebody's talking in a bar, and I would just like really belt it out at the end of the song. I'm not going to do that now, but just if somebody's on their phone, I would just like look at them in the eye and just like, and it's just situations like that. But it's like it's from my oldest EP. I only have 2. So that's from my first one. But it's about the song text is about a convict on a boat to Australia. So it's like an old folky thing. One of my ancestors was a prisoner on board a boat and came to Australia. So I kind of wrote it about that. But it's more about being in a dark place and sort of sticking it out. So it's called Hollow. And if you want to pretend if you guys want to pretend you're on a boat, you can just start swaying. Anyway, but thank you, Melanie, for having me and on this nice date night. And it's also good to be with you on the date night with I can't even speak, but with you, Ernest, as well. And lovely to hear both of your songs properly for the first time. So good. Geez, you guys are so good. All right, I'm gonna sing a song. Well, when you're out in the depths, down in the decks, and off to a dark southern land, you start to become the dirt and the scum that they think you are from the start. It feels hollow. 'Cause the guardsman's gun is just above your head, ready to shoot you dead if you speak. Oh, and all that you eat are the slops of defeat, tossed you in a tiny bowl that feels hollow. Oh, and some pray to their fathers, and some to their mothers, while others to their darling wife. Oh, I pray to Jesus and my sweet Henry, take me from this ailing fight, but it feels hollow. 'Cause when old Billy Tyler, he creeps on up to your bed, sees you whispering there, says forget about a lad, she will fuck other lads, she won't hold out for you, that feels hollow. Oh, but I will hold out. Oh, yes, I will hold out. Oh, I will hold out. Yes, I will hold out. Oh, I will hold out. Yes, I will hold out. Yes, I will hold out. I will hold out. Oh, yes, I will hold out. Yes, I will hold will hold out. Oh yes, I 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 will hold. Thank you. Cheers.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you.
Beautiful
That's
end, nice intimate end to the evening. Beautiful song.
Beautiful.
Thanks, guys. And thank you, Craig.
Yeah, thanks, Craig, on there. We can say good night to everybody, and I've put the links above to your, I think it's above, to your websites, and people can go
awesome.
and buy your music and merch and tip jars and anything else that you've got. Do you have Patreon and things like that, or anyway, you can go to the website.
I do.
Up there.
I forget to post on it, but
Yeah,
it's probably better not to have one than have one and
just
have 6 people who hate you.
get a Bandcamp, get a Bandcamp download of the record, that kind of thing. Anyway, the website's above, and go forth and support these wonderful musos. Thanks for playing, fellas, and
Hey, thank you
for
so
worries.
much, Mel.
Yes, thank you, Melanie.
Yeah, it's so nice to have this put on, and I hope we get to see plenty more of the Team Australia people.
Come on to Australia.
Come on.
Yes.
Joel, you're there somewhere. I know you are. You said you'd piped in before, so we
should get him
pull
on.
Joel in there, and we'll see who else we can to wrangle. Thanks. Well, I'm gonna switch it off now. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Ciao, peeps.
Good night.
Have